Hi, my name is Reiryu, and I just got off, finishing my work blasting off a girl who had to take an attack because three idiots shouting justice decided to run up towards nearby. So in order not to endanger passerby, she decided to take the attack anyways. So that enraged her boyfriend so much that he literally threw a Vajala against me and then wheeled his girlfriend into a freaking cart. Can you believe it, man? No, I mean, now I'm just hanging around with this deck.
Lonely. And this is the peak, the absolute peak you miss out on every day you don't read Skyride. So please read Skyride. You have no idea. They literally gave a common a 2-page manga splash. Like this is clearly better than Jujutsu Kaisen. Come on, guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm4 here. Today we are back to talk about Deeplands. Deeplands, the deck that is clearly better than Night Rose and originally has cards that were part of Night Rose, such as Meydith. Yes, or Meydith as the English call her, but Meydith is how we know her. Yeah, I can't believe they finally added her as a deck, and this is the cover deck of DZBT12, Chasm of Lost Souls. So yeah, I'm very happy. I wanted to cover this for a while, so I'm really glad I got a chance to do that. So yeah, this deck is very simple Stoichiea aggressive deck without any of the traits of Stoichiea aggressive decks, which is very interesting. So it plays purely in archetype. You can play with early rush pieces that can swap your whole box into a rebel form, and then you kind of get very high firepower and a decent 1-to-1 draw. That's actually pretty good. And this deck is pretty cheap on the whole. I know there's a lot of people that talk about the Stoichiea generics they need to buy, but you actually don't need that many generics, so we'll show it to you today. Yeah. So let's start off with the right line.
Alright line, we have the Grade 0, Deeplands, Meldico.
So Meldico is very very cute. Please play him.
Yes.
Yeah. I bought a plushie of Meldico. It's really cute.
Deeplands Grayskin. His effect is basically that when he's rolled upon by the Grade 2 Deeplands Gilgan, you search your deck for none other than the best set order of all time. Actually, it's just a normal actually, but it's a set order in.
Kinda, it's a set order in spirit, but you look for this guy, Call of the Deeplands.
Call of Deeplands. So I think should we cover this first?
No, we'll do it later.
Okay. Then Deeplands Gilgan. If you are rolled upon by Deeplands Reguregnus, you get to search the top 7 cards of your deck and mill 2. Very good.
Yes, it's better than Columbine. It's better than Columbine.
What? But Columbine is a +1.
It's any 2 cards, which means you can even hit your order. Whereas for Night Rose-sama, if you have a copy of Infernal Hour, you cannot mill it off Columbine. This can.
Oh.
So
anyways, here it is. Deeplands Reguregnus.
So you can see the right line is actually pretty simple. It does not plus much, but that's alright because when you see the firepower in this deck, you're gonna cry.
Yeah. So first of all, Deeplands Reguregnus. The first effect, once per turn, you can blast 2 and energy blast 2 and call any card you want. Unique card.
Zone, free.
Unique card.
Yeah,
unique card. So you cannot just cheat. You can't cheat.
Yeah, but
guys.
why would you pay ED2 to do nothing? Why?
Maybe some will. I don't know. But
well,
anyways, the second effect, at the end of battle this unit attack, you CB1 and retire 2 of your rear guards. Any 2 rear guards, so it's not sadly it's not archetype locked, so too bad you can run all your generics, I guess. Maybe your Harvest Self if you want.
We'll talk about generics later.
You choose a Deeplands Deeplands Reguregnus Anastasio from your drop and right as then, and it gains all of the trigger
effects
and power.
Now, fun fact, I actually lost a tournament to Reguregnus where I was almost top cut. The guy managed to pull over trigger on the base Reguregnus and then he went to Atalatanos and I just died.
Yes.
Because I went from 1 to 6. Because I know PG then and yeah, Blast Favor, so I just died. Yeah, so yeah, you can absolutely do that. And there is no great restriction on it. There is a great check for Atalatanos' drive check, but for the restand skill, no, right?
No.
There is no great restriction. Yeah, so you absolutely can do this going first. And this is definitely a go first aggro deck if you ask me. But going second, it does have a little bit of an extra help thanks to an extra drive check. But we'll get to that very soon.
Not just the drive check, but we'll get to that soon enough.
What else you can talk about? The Call of Deeplands?
Yes.
Yeah, but like that's part of the deck, no?
Oh. I mean, we'll cover everything.
Well, we'll cover all of it now in our great trees. Our great trees, we play 4 copies of Reguregnus, the base version. This is including him in the right deck. So there you go, that's all our great trees for now. No, we are lying to you. Never trust people. Never trust the fish that can revolt dress. This is 4 copies of Reguregnus Atalatanos, and then 3 copies of the best common of all time, Rotting Usurp Dragon. Yay. I know there's some people on Twitter who say you don't need Rotting Usurp Dragon. I like to fully refute that. This guy is a must own, and 3 to 4. And then 4 copies of Call of the Deeplands. So
Yeah, I'll cover Call of the Deeplands first. First of all, if you have a Vanguard with Deeplands, you can play this from drop.
I'm gonna put the base rare on top just so they can read.
Yeah.
Okay, Karen.
You can place from drop by paying 1 Soul Blast and retiring 1 of your rear guards. What you can do is you can call 2 of your units from your drop, any one, I believe, or is it Deeplands? No, I think it's anybody, if I recall. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But
why not I just read it if you're not sure? 2 units at the same grade or less as your Vanguard. Call it to rear guard circle, it gets 5.
no, your Vanguard gets 5.
Yeah, your Vanguard gets 5, yeah. And then after that, if you have 1 or less copies, you can bind this card, right?
You put in the order zone.
Put it in order zone, and then if it's 1 or more, you bind this card. Right?
Yeah. You're right.
Give me a weird look. Yeah, so then if you bind it, you give the continuous effect of this guy the additional ability that the cards get +5 again. Right? And then this skill is where this one says that the ability that you plus gets 5, so this changes from +5 to +10.
I think I need to go back a bit because there are some effects that I need to fully clarify. So first of all, Soul Blast 1, retire 1, call 2 units with different call two units with different names.
Yeah, 2 different names, yeah.
From each other, there's great less than or equal to your Vanguard to separate rears, and then your Vanguard gains 5,000 power until end of turn.
Okay.
That's the most important one. Then after that, if you have no coordinates in your order zone, you put in the order zone. If you have 1 or less in your order zone, if you have 1 in the order zone, you bind it instead.
Okay.
So the second effect, the continuous what, is that if you have
an opponent that's great or greater Vanguard.
If you played this already, all your units that was placed by card ability, that is Reguregnus in the card name or Deeplands, gain 5,000 power.
Yeah.
That means if it's affected by the core Deeplands ability or Reguregnus effect, they gain +5.
Okay.
So the implication effect is the 1 or less bind, where if it gets bound, you can give the whole +5 turn the +5 into +10 basically. Right. But all of these effects, particularly the continuous effect, only applies when your opponent is Great Shield Regenerator.
So if not, it's just no plus.
Trust me on one thing, the firepower is far lesser when you go first on this node because of these core units. These core units is the one thing that's pushing your power level to
very high. But that's if you go second. If it goes first, you're just hoping that it doesn't check damage trigger.
Yeah.
But if not, it's still 6 attacks with Rotting Usurp! So Rotting Usurp skill is very simple. Just when your Vanguard is placed on the Vanguard circle, call it the Vanguard circle.
No, when the Great Tree card is placed on the
When the Great Tree Vanguard is placed on the Vanguard circle, you call it Vanguard circle. So the idea is that you write, Deeplands, Reguregnus, you call this guy from the drop, trigger call Deeplands, kill this guy off, call your other bots, then after that you revel dress into this guy, call him back.
Yes!
Beautiful! Full resource is so easy. This deck genuinely is for brain dead people, if you ask me. Sorry, Reiryu. But it's so easy and it's so fun. It's so fun, if you ask me.
It's Maple.
It's just Maple but better. It works for the deck so well with something funny. So this guy definitely 3 to 4. I'm playing 3 because there's too many great 3 cards in this deck. But you can't play 4. It's up to you.
Anyways, I think we need to cover the Rebel Form dress.
So we've been talking about the fish. What does the fish go into? The fish becomes undead big skeleton fish.
Yay.
Into Deeplands, Reguregnus Atalatanos.
Or if you read Deeplands, the Skyride manga, he shed his skin, literally.
He shed his skin. And he became even worse. There's a hidden pedophile underneath. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. I will read the first effect first. So when placed on Vanguard Circle, you Soul Blast 1, you call Deeplands Reguregnus to a Vanguard Circle.
Yeah, so the idea from your drop zone, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is you Soul Blast out the Vanguard and you just call it back.
Yes. Then after that...
So you've got 2 fish! Yay!
And then...
This deck is going to be the devil.
And then after that, at the end of the turn, you write that guy as rest on the Vanguard Circle.
So basically, you go to this guy, right? Then you call him, you write him up. Then you call him out. Then you attack with both. And after that, you write it back.
Yes. If your opponent Vanguard is greater, you gain +1 drive. That's the one that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, that's the main skill, if you ask me.
But yeah, you can see why going second this deck can be quite brutal with Call of Deeplands and with the drive check, additional drive check.
But going first, you still have the full 6 attack combo unchecked.
Yeah, but one trigger will screw you.
But no defensive, yeah. No defensive.
No, one defensive will screw you over.
Well, we have a friend to counter that. We'll get to him later.
Okay. The second effect is just basically, this is active on all turns, including whether you're grade 1 or grade 2. If you have a Vanguard with Deeplands, you gain this
5,000 shield for each grade of your Vanguard.
Yes.
Which is why we have to play the Deeplands right line, so that when you're grade 0, he gains no shield. Yay! No, more importantly, the whole right line. So basically, by playing it this way, right, your Reguregnus turns himself from a 0k shield guy to a 5, 10, and 15k shield, and scales. So that means this is actively not a brick, which is insane, because if you play the deck like an Celestial deck, you know all your extra copies are bricks. But this guy is not a brick, he's a defensive shield that you can guard early, put him in the drop zone, and then just Rebel Dress, and then Rebel Dress. And then after that, you unravel dress. So he like sheds his skin, puts his skin back on, sheds his skin, puts his skin back on. That's kind of creepy. He's kind of a Jeffrey Epstein type shit.
Jeffrey Epstein? No.
I'm just kidding. I'm trying to link the thumbnail to you. Okay,
Okay.
Alright, let's move on to our grade 2s.
Okay. We have Gilgan, the
Gilgan.
fish.
He's the fish from the right line. So if you don't remember him, just scroll back a bit. You'll remember him in a bit. We play one copy of Meydith. Meydith is still the ace unit.
What Dispensary?
No, the Pansy. This is Meydith, yeah. Two
Yes,
Meydiths.
2 Meydiths.
1 twin cast, and then 4 copies of the Orca. This is
DBS Ogandi.
Ogandi. So I'll take this section if you don't mind, because I've experienced most of these guys, right? Because I played all of them in Night Rose before. Pansy is just ace unit. This is a one-off you have to play, because Pansy works so well with any mill-based deck. There's not playing these cards an active detriment to yourself, and it's a perfect grade 2 game. So
I will
play.
just give you a side note. There's no other energy user.
Yeah, it's not a change user. And there's Meydith. Meydith is still default, but when your order spell is only for grade 3 or greater, and it's something that can pull from drop zone, you don't really need that many Meydiths. Not to mention, most of the time you're calling from the drop rather than from the board. So Meydith does help to build the board, but like it's kind of a secondary call that you do after you utilize, Rotting Usurp, right? And the like. So 2 to 3 copies is fine. That's a good thing. Most Skyride decks need 4 of their promos. This deck, I'll say 2 to 3 off is fine. We're playing 2 just for fun, but you can play 3.
Yes.
We're playing 1 twin cast. This is still a mill-based deck, so having a shield from drop is fun. And frankly, what other Regalis piece would you play, considering you already have Call of Deeplands?
I mean,
You could play Unite the Sky, but why? I mean, unless you're a Skyride fanboy like me, but like really, you would just play this card. This card's way better.
I will take a hit from here. Deeplands Ogandi. When placed on rearguard circle, if you have Vanguard Deeplands, you either pay 1 common plus or put a card from your hand to your soul and draw 1 card. If your opponent is grade 3 or greater, you gain plus 5,000 power until end of turn.
Yes.
And then if you have a Vanguard Deeplands, you gain 5k shield.
And that's a continuous effect, by the way. The shield's continuous. So Deeplands actually has their own marauding shit defense. It's so silly. Like, as a Night Rose player, it's generally so unfair that this deck is like perfect aggro compared to Night Rose, who has no defense.
Remind you. Wait, where's he?
What are you looking for?
Anastasio.
He's here.
Anastasio, he's also shield. He should be a break in hand.
Yeah, so like all the Deeplands cards having shield is kind of ridiculous. It really helps you to guard early game, which most Deepland players want you to assume this deck has no early game. It actually has early shield, less of early game, but like it has basic Stoichiea aggro rush, right? You just call Ogandi, you just spam Ogandi, right? And then you can just intercept him off, and then you call a Deeplands, you just call it back, and it's just a ooh whale.
Ooh, whale.
It's just a ooh whale.
Depending on how your opponent sacks against you as well, you can also keep against defense.
Exactly, and if you don't want to use him, just keep him in hand. And he's either Vibatsuka, CB1 draw 1, or he's just a net cycle 1, which is even better. So like, frankly, this card is insane. Like, yeah, honestly, I'm so envious that Deeplands is a Night Rose player. It's so evident.
Okay, moving on to the great ones. Race Kane.
That's for our right deck, so he's the one we talked about just now. We also play 4 copies of Perfect Guards, just to stay alive. 4 copies of Gleam. Yeah, Gleam's pretty cute. And 4 Philander.
4 Philander, and I also run 4 Dancing Cutlass.
No, you don't.
Where's my Dancing Cutlass? Oh shit.
Come on.
Oh no, I think my friend might have loaned it off in Maelstrom or something. Crap. My best friend in Blast did this to me. I have to get back to him soon or later. Maybe I'll steal his price trader next time.
You know the amount of Skyride jokes you're making? I don't even know who here reads Skyride, but I really hope you guys read Skyride. Holy crap. Okay, anyways, very simple. Philander is Philander. You all know Night Rose, you all know Philander. Top 5 mil 1, and he's 10k power plus if you have 10 more cards in the drop, which this deck gets very easily. So this is the main way you spike numbers very high, so it's very strong.
Yes.
Of course, we play 1 copy of the right line, grade 1. This one is no need to talk about it any further. 4 Perfect Guard, because we want to stay alive. I don't think I need to explain this one. It's just 4 Perfect Guard. And then 4 Gleam.
Yes.
Gleam, when placed on the rearguard circle from the hand, if you have a Deeplands, Vanguard gets all the effects. When placed on rearguard circle from the hand, look at the top 3 cards from among them, mill 1, and the rest you shuffle back the deck. So it's a lot like Heart Lulu, who has the Sparkly Bunny. This is its own Sparkly Bunny, which is quite mad. For common, by the way, it's common.
I mean, except that the Sparking Bunny can trigger from anywhere, which is even dumber.
Yeah, this is only from hand.
This
But it's okay,
one,
you know what? I think I'd rather it and Philander trigger from hand. Because like if these could trigger from anywhere, this deck would be infinitely stronger.
Yeah.
Right? And then the second skill is just when this card is retired from your regular circle by a card effect, CB1 draw 1. So
Yes.
because Deeplands Reguregnus does involve eating 2 of his own friends to be able to spit out his skin, having Glyme on the board does treat him as a net 0+1.
Call of Defense also trigger with.
And Core of Deeplands also works on it, yeah. But Core of Deeplands you normally use on Rotting Usurp, so you don't really use
Or
it
you
on
know,
this guy.
if you see Basagra play or any retired decks,
Yeah, you can just spam this on him, yeah.
you can be like, yeah, go ahead, retire my Rios.
Go ahead, retire. Make my day. Grade 0, we play Meydith with the right line. Yay. Still my favorite Deeplands guy. Like honestly, I love this guy so much. I wish him all the best in his future career. And then we just play the rest. It's pretty standard. Play 8 critical.
Yes, 8 critical.
Because this is still a youth work style R deck. So you know, youth work players you should know. 4 heals, 3 draws,
3 draws.
and then 1 OT. So yeah, pretty straightforward.
Yes.
But I think the big question everyone's wondering is, where is all our generics? Like, you notice we don't play stuff like Harvest Elf, we don't play stuff like, you know, the double rare from set 10. Yeah.
I wonder why we're not playing any generics.
Now the thing is that it's because Deeplands is a really powerful archetype package, and its generics are only supplemented by cards you actually need, right? You actually need Pansy because she's the strongest meal support. You need Philander because he's also a really good like card to facilitate the early game aggro, and you absolutely need Rotting Usurp because he's part of the game plan. Hell, he's part of the manga, right? So like if you don't play Rotting Usurp, you're at a huge loss, man. And these are the 3 cards that really help balance out the entire economy of the deck.
And the good news is, Philander and Rotting Usurp have just been recently reprinted.
Yeah, reprinted in Japan, that's right. And not only that, but you also do have stuff like Meydith, who is not too expensive. You can just... I know it's a magazine promo, which most people side my comments, especially the English viewers, but she's not that bad. Like, because you only need like 2 to 3 copies, it's not like a 4-off. Right? So as long as you just get hands on 2 to 3, you can actually just get the whole deck up and running. Which is really where I want to end this deck profile.
I think Deepness is a pretty versatile deck overall. You have many ways to build it. I mean, aside from the spirit cards, you absolutely must run like Rotting Usurp. But aside from that, I think this deck is very versatile in the deck building. So you expect to see a lot of different kind of builds. This is just one version.
Right, and there's also people playing Hostage. Like Next Sun is playing Hostage. Reguregnus, because clearly Night Rose is not good enough anymore. Like it's stuff like that that innovates out of the things that you are told online on what to play and what not to play. That really sucks, and we're hoping that by today's video you see that, you know, there is a few options for this deck. A lot of it is in archetype. You can really build this deck out of the box, and if you just buy Skyride, like the Estacion deck set, you do get Twin Cast, you do get Philander. So like it is pretty clear that when they reprinted that deck set in March, they knew what they were doing in December for Skyride. So yeah, it is pretty insane if you ask me. Above all else, I think this deck is really fun. If you love random green color OTK aggro decks, definitely consider picking this up. If you like Night Rose but hate how slow and weak she is, this is the deck for you. Absolutely. I have had so much fun playing Deeplands. Of course, I can't say anything bad about Night Rose Summer, but like I just love this deck like as a playstyle, as an identity. It works so well. And of course, Diambo Sensei with these amazing illustrations and arts and concepts. Like, where do you think of Vanguard where the fish spits out his skin and becomes another fish and then spits out another guy who's wearing like a plague doctor hat and they just attack? Like, what card game does this? Like, I can't think of any. Like, Magic the Gathering has Spider-Man, and like Yu-Gi-Oh has like, I don't know, Crow Clan. We have this! Like, this is so cool, man. So like, yeah, I can't stress enough. Every Skyride video, I just glaze Skyride. Like, I'm sorry. Like, even if they torture me on the table, I just can't stop singing praise about Skyride. It's just so good. I really love it. So, yeah, thank you so much once again, my friend, for coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I finally got to do Deeplands video, so I'm really grateful.
I mean, Deeplands is one of the deck I absolutely have a blast playing overall.
Absolutely.
It's a really fun deck. I recommend you guys pick it up if you want to have an introduction to Grand Blue, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's no pirates in this thing, but I really like this deck. Like, compared to Zorga, no hate to Zorga, I feel this fulfills the whole monster fish vibe better.
I mean,
can I say that?
I mean, Zorga is just being a ghost and a captain in a ship. He's just dead.
Yeah, but now he's a scientist, Bill. Nah, the science guy. Yeah, now he's just in Brand Gate with Eldor Breath. Do you like Elder Breath? Leave a comment. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Shed your skin, guys.